Check it, check a 1, 2, check a yeah.
Rex and effects over here.
Word up. It's Married with Channels, the podcast. Married couple talking TV shows. And a couple movies here and there, as we did last week with The Princess. Make sure you go download that if you haven't already. This week we're looking at one show and one show's season. Beginning with this season finale, The Boys on Prime Video. Season 3 and 8 episodes, which is kind of like, it seems sad to say, but it's refreshing that there's 8 whole episodes in a season anymore. Seems like all these shows do 6.
Yeah.
They've followed the English way of doing TV.
Sure.
But we got 8, so no complaints there.
Aren't they only like 30 minutes?
No.
They are?
Yeah, they're about
Okay.
an hour.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
All right.
They is about an hour. The Boys season 3, in my opinion, the best season so far.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, the first season was good because it kind of set the world, gave you introduced you to the world and set the rules and boundaries of it all and the characters. And season 2 was okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine.
Sure.
But I thought this season was really good. It seemed like there was no wasted moments.
Yeah.
And there's definitely like a purpose behind the season. And I think it's fitting that a show with a married couple who has kids is talking about this season, because I think season 3 of The Boys very much focusing on fathers, sons, parental stuff.
Sure.
Like fathers being there, not being there. It's interesting, like the only one who has a decent father is the one who has no superpowers or who has no like real grudge.
Sure.
Huey.
Yeah.
His girlfriend got wasted by A-Train, but
sure.
He's, I think, since moved on from that.
Right.
But Butcher's
Very much
dad
moved on.
Yeah. Butcher's dad was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Homelander's obviously.
Yep.
And I don't know about the other superheroes, but I thought this season was very good. And I say that because the first episode or two, I was like, okay. But it really started building up to something.
Sure.
It seemed like there was a lot at stake. Even Frenchie, there was some talk of him and his parents, father.
Sure.
So what'd you think?
Yeah, I thought it improved between the 2 seasons, definitely. Sometimes this show pushes it a little bit for me into like ridiculousness, but then they always kind of reel you back. Like they kind of know where the limit is, but so there's a little bit of ridiculousness. Like, the animated characters in Noir's head, it was just kind of like, what? Okay.
It didn't take me out of it though.
Yeah.
It made sense because Black Noir had, I guess, like nobody to, we'll say, talk to.
Sure.
Except those little characters from the old, Chuck E. Cheese type place he went to as a kid. So that kind of made sense. And it was something different.
Yeah.
But it didn't take me out of it anyway. I thought it was actually kind of nice.
I mean, it's that kind of stuff. And then like the musical number with Kimiko and I don't know, some of that stuff. I'm like, come on.
They did kind of take it went a little bit on the, I don't want to say crazy, but they had some of those moments. The dildo weaponry.
Yes.
The
Herogasm.
which might go down as one of the like you hear the term herogasm, you'll know now exactly what somebody's talking about.
Yeah.
But they had those moments, those scenes that were kind of off the beaten path.
Yeah.
And I think they all kind of worked. It all made sense. It was serving the story.
Sure.
And I don't know, like maybe the Kimiko musical number was a little bit extraneous. You could have done without that.
Mm-hmm.
But okay. They kind of set the stage for that earlier in the season when Kimiko was like, she was at a party or something and she walked in on somebody playing that song on the piano. So maybe a little foreshadowing there, but
sure.
I just like how this whole season went. it ended it was very satisfactory.
Okay.
Because I was on the cusp of, like I said, after episode 1 or 2, kind of like, do I care about this show anymore?
Yeah.
And it's interesting. That's a great example of, like, you need substance with a show, even a superhero show. Like the Marvel stuff, it's good for a little bit of checking out, zoning out. But boy, if you can add like the CGI, the action and character stuff and like themes and, you know, really deep stuff, that's like great. That's gold.
Well, that's kind of what I was maybe not communicating very well, but that's kind of what I was getting at when, you know, it takes it to the brink of ridiculousness, but then it knows how to kind of bring you back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of, there's that shock value stuff going on in there where you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
you know, but then they have kind of the story stuff too, where you're like, okay, you know, it's not just all funny and shock value kind of action stuff. There's actual story and, like you said, substance in there too. So yeah, that's kind of what brings me back, and that's what makes me not abandon it altogether.
Right.
Like, okay, this is ridiculous and I don't want to watch it, you know?
Yeah. It's like, it's a nice looking turkey leg. It's, you know, all roasted and looks kind of juicy and dripping. But if you bite into it and it's just the skin and there's no meat,
yeah,
you know, what's the point?
Sure.
But the show did really well with developing these ideas of fathers and sons and, you know, the pain and suffering that sometimes that can cause. And, you know, maybe if Butcher had a decent dad, he wouldn't be so hell-bent on wanting to kill Homelander and all that.
Who knows?
Maybe, who knows? But let's play a scene. This is from like one of the last battles of the season finale. This is the Soldier Boy and Butcher. They all confront Homelander and Vought. And there's the headphones there if you want to listen. But it doesn't go exactly the way Homelander wants it to.
It's a shame that I've missed so much. I wish I could have raised you and taught you father to son.
Me too. But it's okay. We're not alone anymore. We have each other.
Okay, good.
Maybe if I'd raised you, I could have made you better. And not some weak, sniveling pussy starved for attention. But there's no fixing that now.
Weak? You.
I know. You're a fucking disappointment.
So Soldier Boy starts to kind of attack Homelander, and that didn't go the way the Homelander wanted it to.
That didn't go the way I thought it was going to either.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be like, oh, they're going to be all lovey-dovey, and then they're going to team up, and everyone is screwed.
Yeah, and then they take on Butcher and everybody and waste them all.
Yep.
But it didn't go down that way. And they kind of subverted expectations with that. And also with, you know, as we see Soldier Boy is kind of, you know, everybody's, because even Butcher, who came there with Soldier Boy to defeat Homelander, turned on Soldier Boy when Soldier Boy, you know, essentially beat the shit out of Ryan, the little kid.
Yeah.
And then it all kind of seemed like, well, everybody's going to gang up on Soldier Boy. But Maeve is still like, no, fuck you, Homelander. I want some of this. And, and you think like they're all going to like, there's almost that moment, like Homelander and Butcher looked at each other before going after Soldier Boy. And in my head, I was like, oh, they're going to do like the head nod, like, okay, this time we're buddies because we need to beat this guy. But it wasn't like that.
No.
And then Maeve proceeded to, you know, get into it with Homelander, and she ended up sacrificing her, we'll say, powers to save the day and put Soldier Boy back on ice. But I liked how they subverted expectations. I thought like every character in this show was valuable and provided something. There was no like subplots that were kind of boring and unnecessary. I like Kamiko and Frenchie's thing.
Sure.
And that was good because that also subverted expectations because they kissed and it was like very much awkward.
There's still kind of some that I don't really care. Like, I don't know if I care about the Deep or Ashley or even really sometimes A-Train and his storyline. They're a little bit extra.
Okay,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah, now that I think
extraneous.
about it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's okay. I mean, you kind of have to have this team, you know, Homelander's team. It seems like, you know, he's got to kind of have a crew that runs with him and does his bidding. So they kind of are necessary, you know, almost like henchmen, you
Yeah.
know, a vile henchman type situation. But I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I don't really care about these characters, you know? I don't know.
No, I get what you're saying, and I agree on some of those points.
Yeah.
Some of those characters I don't care about. But it's interesting. Back to Homelander, you know, he's such a shithead. He's such an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's such a self-serving, narcissistic piece of shit.
Yeah.
But then, like, that whole scene that we just played there,
Yeah.
like, he's crying, and he just wants his dad. He just wants a dad.
I don't know that he just
He
wants,
wants a family.
he just wants to belong somewhere. There's no
Yeah.
one else like him. You know, he is unique, you know,
Yeah.
born and bred in a science lab. And so I think he is just kind of searching for that sense of belonging somewhere, anywhere.
Yeah, I think he wants a family. He wants a unit.
Yeah.
He wants, you know, compadres, you know, the seven, they're, like you said, henchmen and
Yeah.
just kind of serving him and the Vought needs.
Yep.
But he wants love.
I don't
And-
know if it's love. He wants to feel like I'm among peers and equals now. You know, these are my people, you know.
Yeah, but kudos to Anthony Starr because he's done a good job playing Homelander. and
Yeah.
playing him as a dick.
Yeah.
But then there's that moment where he's like, you know, where feels like Soldier Boy's coming around and he's going to be his dad. And
Yeah.
he's like, yeah. And he's like tearing up. And I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, you know, he plays Homelander with blonde hair, and then I see photos of him and his hair is darker, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it looks nothing like him. It's so
Yeah.
strange. Like, that's probably just what he looks like, but I don't know. It's weird to see him with not blonde hair.
Yeah. And that one scene this season where he was out of his Homelander suit, like for the first time ever, he looked, and I don't know if, I don't want to knock on the actor because I don't know if they did this intentionally with CGI or something. He looked frail and weak. You know, like there was no muscle there. And
I'd have to see that again. I don't recall that.
it
But
was brief. It was like when I think Ashley came into his, you know, quarters
Mhm.
and he was sitting on the couch naked. And I don't know why he was naked necessarily, but
Oh, I think we know why.
but he just looks so weak and like skinny and frail. And it's like
Huh.
the suit is just literally to provide the appearance of strength.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. And again, I don't know if that's CGI or if the actor's just not, you know, built.
I don't know.
But I don't know. I like The Boys season 3 much more than season 2, maybe even season 1. Season 1, you got to give them a pass because it's world building, and I
Sure.
thought they did a good job. And they did like the crazy stuff, like the gore.
Yeah.
The gore's always there. Why did Homelander? I mean, sometimes he's obviously, we know he's a narcissist, and he's impulsive, maybe. And I guess that would explain why he killed Black Noir.
He killed Black Noir because I feel like Homelander has the attitude of either you're with me or you're against me. And because Noir didn't warn him and be loyal to him, you know, everyone must adore him and be loyal to him. And because he didn't, he killed him.
I know, but it's so petulant because Black Noir came back
Mm-hmm.
and said, we need to kill Soldier Boy.
But you
And
don't.
the only reason he killed him is because he asked him if he knew that Soldier Boy was his father this whole time.
Yeah.
Black Noir nodded yes.
Yeah.
And that's why he killed him.
Yeah.
Which is so stupid because Black Noir's there. He's essentially saying, I'm here with you.
But in Homelander's eyes, he can't trust him now. He should have warned him, and you don't cross him
Yeah.
or you end up dead.
I know, but that's so dumb. He's like one of your most valued members of your team and
Sure.
probably the only guy he can count on. Yeah, obviously he didn't tell him that. You know, I'm trying to reason an egotistical maniac.
Right?
Borderline psychopath.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Eh.
But yeah, so it's interesting to see where they're going to go season 4. I like that last shot.
Oh, that was creepy.
With Ryan.
Yes.
At first, you're kind of waiting to see, like, okay, is he going to, like, because Homelander just zapped some guy's head off in the crowd. And Ryan's just, they close up on Ryan's face, and you're waiting for that look to be like either, oh my God, what am I doing? But then there's like that just little bit of a smirk.
Yeah.
Where you're like, ah, shit.
Like he was reveling in the crowd's admiration. Or
he was reveling in, blasting some guy's head off.
No, I think he saw like that power and what that potential might be for himself. And I think he was like, I want some of that.
Either way, it looks like Ryan's going to the dark side, at least for
now.
I think season 4 will probably be Butcher trying to get Ryan back to being a good kid. It's
going to come back to like, what was that? Was it Lizzie in Walking Dead where Butcher has to put Ryan down?
Oh.
Like for the greater good of the whole. I don't know.
Yeah. We shall see.
Yeah.
So The Boys season 3 is good. You should definitely check it out. I would watch season 1 and then go right to season 3.
And it's not for kids.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No.
Not for kids.
Not even close.
No.
So that's going to do it. For this Married with Channels podcast, make sure you give us a good review. Check us out on your podcast provider. Follow us on Twitter at MaryWChans, 2 N's.
Share, tell your friends.
Absolutely. Subscribe. Until next time, I'm Moose.
And I'm Jody.
We'll see ya.
Bye.